I am here with my co-hosts, Dan and Tam. We have several other co-hosts that will be with us weekly at 7:30 or 8, depending on how we feel. Who says we have to do a time anymore? We can just go live, right, ladies?
We can go
We have
live
time all the time.
I know that's right. So each week, everyone, we're going to be on here talking about how we're going to savor our local eateries. And the reason why I'm onboarding Jan and Tam, we have several other foodie activators, is because they are all about saving their local eateries. So Tam, share with us who you are, where you are in this world, and where your favorite eateries are.
Okay, my name is Tam, and my Instagram handle is ATL_original_. So that lets you know I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, specifically the Smyrna area, which is not too far from downtown Atlanta. And some of the local spots I like to savor would be Luna Mexican, Five Guys. I'm simple. Anything that I see that's good. What are some of my favorites? I love some of my local breweries. I like to go there anywhere with a good burger, and I like anywhere with some good seafood.
Ooh.
Yeah. So with these times with things going on now, it's just been a hunt to try to find things I can get delivered, or some of my favorite places on Uber Eats. So
I feel you on that. And Jan, what about you?
So my name is Jan, and you can follow me on Instagram at eatwith_Jan, where I feature some of my favorite eateries in the city. I'm also based in the Smyrna area, but I get around town when it comes to savoring a lot of our amazing food scene. So what I would say, my signature favorite dish is the seafood boil. The Pirates Boil here in Smyrna, Georgia is the go-to spot for your low country boil, crab legs, lobster tails, clams, mussels, anything you want. Lots of fresh seafood. And that's what I'm all about. It's my favorite type of food. When I'm not doing that, I'm checking out some family style Chinese cuisine. I like Northern China Eatery in, I guess that's off Buford Highway. And I also I'm a sucker for ramen. I really like the ramen at Yakitori Jinbei, as well as Jinya Ramen Bar. And there's also a really nice noodle house, OTP in Alpharetta, called Circle Noodle, which it's really good too. Sometimes you just need that comforting bowl of something hot and savory.
Yes.
So as Tam mentioned, I am just all about exploring our options with the changing times, and how we can leverage our favorite places to eat where we've dined in, and now being able to enjoy those from the comfort of our home with curbside and delivery options that are being offered.
Yes. And what have both of you noticed during this time with, Grubhub, Uber Eats, DoorDash, and have you noticed in your area, like the Metro Atlanta area, that people are more staying in and not doing curbside so much? Or do you feel like a lot of the restaurants, I mean, I know my restaurants, we're just hyper focusing on delivery and curbside. So have you guys noticed that with your favorite restaurants too?
I would say surprisingly, restaurants were really good at jumping on uh, a, bo- um, aboard with delivery and curbside. Like a lot of places that normally didn't do delivery and curbside, they created a processing system fairly quickly. And a lot of places that I normally didn't see on Uber Eats, sorry, Uber Eats or Postmate, they are available now. So I do like that. I'm hoping, pray to God, after all this stuff is over, they will still be on there, and they'll see that more people are appreciate them being on some of these not fast food, but food delivery apps, and they will keep it. I really hope so. Like a lot of places that I normally didn't see are available now, and I hope they keep that.
Yeah, I was going to say the same, that I'm really enjoying being able to leverage some of the places that may not have offered takeout as frequently, or the certain dishes that they've made really easy to deliver as well. I'll say that one of my other favorite spots in our local area is ATL Fusion Barbecue, which has some phenomenal barbecue selections, and they're offering curbside pickup, and they were always kind of a takeout establishment, but to Tam's point, being able to pick up on the process and just continue to deliver such great service and such great food is just absolutely hands down commendable and admirable for them. But what I think is that people still do want to take advantage of just that out of home dining experience. And
Mhm.
even though we can't physically go there, I have found that people are trying to eat healthy, and they're eating in and being more conscious of what they are eating. But
Yes.
I do think that people still like the idea of treating themselves or being able to kind of get that dining out feeling, even though they aren't physically in the restaurant.
Yes, and I can agree with you on our end where I'm at the east end of Long Island. Like today, since it's National Takeout Day, I call it Liba Takeout Day because I love taking out. One of our savory partners is Captain Peter Haskell. So with Haskell Seafood, I ordered my seafood yesterday, fresh catch, dock to door.
Oh, nice.
That just happened today, and I mean, a lot of the local restaurants use him. So I'm like, you know what? Since I can't have sea scallops or porgy, why not have it come to my door and I could do a culinary adventure? I feel
Yeah.
like, ladies, I really feel like this is a time for us to get together with our families, or if you're with anyone in your house for social distancing, even if not, we can go live like this and start doing our own cooking classes and culinary adventures and diving deep and seeing what our taste palette wants to do.
That is true. I feel like with this changing, I'll say, just landscape that we are, looking at now as far as communicating with our friends, with our family, and actually having to make the time for that, we are finding that we're having more face to face, well, screen to screen conversations. But this is a time that we can talk about those kinds of things. Hey, what are you going to eat this week? Or, what's on your list? Or what are you thinking about trying? And I think that whether it's a virtual happy hour and we're trying out new beers or checking out something from the local vineyard or whomever may be able
Yeah.
to deliver, now we have cocktails to go out here. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
just being, I'm like,
Now that's what I'm excited about. I hope that stays
I
because
need a margarita.
um, I appreciate that the local government, saw that the businesses and restaurants are being impacted, so they allowed, well, they put like a little last minute amendment, Jenga, where they allowed for them to have alcohol to go. So some of the
Yeah.
beers you can pull up and pick up beer. Some restaurants, some of my favorite Mexican restaurants, you can still get a margarita. So I hope all of this stays.
I don't know
That's
how
what
long
I'm concerned about.
they can sustain the to-go cocktails with no one
Yes.
on the roads, maybe. But when we get back to normal, I anticipate there's just going to be an influx of people booking travel,
Yes.
filling up the restaurants, taking up a seat at the Pirates Boil,
Yes.
getting back in to, the old way of things as we've gotten. So we're almost getting used to the new norm right now.
Yeah.
And it's almost like as you keep having conversations with people, we are establishing a sense of normalcy. But with that, it doesn't mean that we have to sacrifice on the things that we like.
Yeah.
I'd love some curbside pickup from Reformation Brewery and
Yeah.
Scofflaw. Those are local in our area as well. And we actually have a lot of local breweries down here in Georgia that are central to the metro Atlanta area. So if it
Yeah.
means that, you may not find what you're looking for in the grocery store, which are essential stores, you can still pick up your favorite craft brew via curbside takeout.
Yeah.
Now,
And go ahead,
another
Tam.
thing, oh, I'm sorry. Another thing I noticed too that they quickly implemented contactless delivery. I thought that was pretty cool. So a lot of places, even if you, I think through most of the delivery apps, they have contactless delivery. But even some restaurants directly will say, "Hey, we have it too." And I think I saw on Hooters they deliver your food in a Ziploc vacuum sealed bag.
Oh yeah, I saw
Yeah,
that.
that it haven't been touched or anything besides whoever prepared it. So I think stuff like that's pretty cool. I will say necessity is the driving force of the invention, right? I think that's how the quote goes.
Necessity is the driving force.
Yes, I mean I've seen these big businesses get very inventive, and I'm like, why did you guys not have this before? But I appreciate it, and I just hope some of these things stick around. And I also appreciate that they make a lot of stuff still feel kind of normal because let's be honest, this is different for a lot of us. It's a little bit scary, you know, a little bit create a little bit of anxiety, not having your normal day to day life, but even to look forward to some of your favorite foods really helps with going through this and looking forward to things being normal again someday.
And I like that you said that comfort, the comfort food.
Yeah.
So having your favorite restaurants deliver comfort food at this time, I mean, that's perfect. I know, Jen, I told you I need cookies, my wine, and my coffee, and I'm A-OK.
I need gummy bears.
I
And
haven't gone crazy yet.
I have. I've been ordering candy cakes like I'm crazy. It's a local
Cammy Cakes is delivering.
Yeah. Oh, well,
and Sublime Donuts. The
yeah, they have
donut spot we
alternate
like.
days. So I've just been like, I normally don't even eat cupcakes like that, but it's just that I see it on the app.
So good.
Bring it to my house.
Yes.
Right now.
You know what? I think I will order from Grindstone Coffee and Donuts tomorrow because they have that, like, their donuts. It's like Sublime. Like, it's just like their donuts are pastry chefs. And they just do, it's like a mini cupcake in your mouth. I'm like, oh, I think I'll do that tomorrow.
I like how we're inspiring each other to get creative out here with this. Now I'm thinking about putting in my for some Sublime Donuts, and they are open pretty late too, so sounds good.
Yeah,
little midnight snack.
Yeah, only thing I noticed is a lot of them that are smaller, like the bakeries, they have like alternate days that are open or not open, which I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also wanted to say that with respect to the way that restaurants are I guess accommodating and also just getting accustomed to the new way of things. One of my favorite restaurants, hands down, is OTP in downtown Roswell. It's Lazaro's Cuban Cuisine.
Yes.
And I know people that work there. I know people that own that establishment, and they are just like down to a T when it comes to cleanliness and the contactless approach, and just the protocol, just as far as they're washing hands and they're prepping and they're keeping everything compartmentalized, and the person that's packaging your food, and it's set there, and if they're taking it out to your car, it's set near your car. Just so many things that I think that people really appreciate, just as we're emerging out of the home, even just to make a quick run somewhere. I think we're also kind of conscious of trying to be safe. Yes. And I feel like when you are, essentially putting your trust into these restaurants, and I know Laz has an amazing establishment just as far as clientele and people that are in the neighborhood, but just to know that people are still just as invested because they care about their family safety, their own safety, and then of course the safety of the patrons that also support. So I do kind of do a little applause when I walk in someplace and I see that there are gloves and there's this management of food and no exchange, no weird things going on, and that people are doing their part to try to keep up with the protocol.
Yeah, I'm with that hugely. And I feel like even though this time, I feel like it's a learning lesson for all of us, because when things do come back to the new norm, I feel that a lot of the restaurants are going to take that moving forward. They're going to start taking that initiative of making sure everything's being packaged a certain way. They're all going to take their time. They're all going to make sure that, I mean, most restaurants that they're all cleanly. I'm not saying no one's not cleanly when they're doing everything, but it's all about the finesse when now you're putting together your to-go. Now you're adding a little bit more TLC instead of just like, all right, let's pack it. All right, next. All right, this order's coming out. We got to put it together. All right, next. Now it's all about TLC. They're really giving that much love into every takeout. And now I've noticed people are putting handwritten notes saying, thank you for supporting me.
That's that personal touch. I mean, even in the midst of all the things and all the things that people are doing wrong out here, I think that there is some solace in just knowing that people are doing things right too.
Yeah.
And I think to your point that we should totally adopt these practices. I mean, it's almost like you never start taking care of yourself or think about these things until it's too late. So we see, like, we as American people that live in this great country see how quickly that, one person being infected with something has just caused mass spread, and I think it caused people to really question how diligent that we are around some of these practices that we kind of took for granted,
Yeah.
and people and luxuries that we have. And I think what's really mind blowing to me right now is how much emphasis that we're putting on public responders and people that are on the front line
Yeah.
and doing so many amazing things that, yes, they're part of their job description, but still, as the president says, we fight this invisible enemy that we didn't see coming.
Yeah.
People are taking that on, and we are trying to still survive with some sense of normalcy, and also to show respect for those that are out there still trying to operate accordingly.
Yeah. When go ahead, Tam.
I was just was going to piggyback off of her saying luxuries. I really didn't realize how much a lot of things that I did was a luxury. Like I truly miss and think about every day having a slice of pizza at Fellini's on the patio with a drink. Like I did not understand how much of a luxury that was. Being out in the springtime, nice weather at night. In Atlanta, we just got good weather and we couldn't even enjoy it. And I was like, man, I wish I was at, Fellini's or some kind of Mexican restaurant having a nice drink on the patio, chit chatting with friends. And I truly miss it. Like, I did not understand how much, you know, impact it would have on my life with us being in quarantine now. So it's like, I miss those things. That's the thing I miss about, as far as the food scene. And I can't wait to get back to those kind of things.
I agree with you on that. Like I do miss I miss going out every week. My girls, we get it together every week and go to happy hour. Foodie happy hour and a wine happy hour.
Yes.
And that's every week. We will all look forward to it. We all get together and we see our bartender. I love Karina at Wolfer's Estate. Like, I'm like, hey, Karina, what's going on? Are you gonna make me an espresso martini? All right, let's do this. I miss that. And that it's been a religious thing every week for the past, I would say 8 months, 9 months, we would all get together and meet.
Yeah, me and Jan.
Now it hasn't happened for the past month.
Yeah.
And usually me and Jan, when the weather gets warm, we usually find ourselves trying to go to Gypsy Kitchen and Buckhead and get wine wasted because they have a nice patio and they have such good wine and they have like a good scene. It'd be packed like a club, but everybody's just chit chatting, having fun, sipping wine all night, and they have tapas and giving you little finger foods and just looking at the city lights. I miss it.
And I was going to say, along with that, we love our Buckhead patio, okay, because we're swanky. But we also love to go on the Beltline, and you can grab a beer from a restaurant that's on the Beltline. You can walk, with your dogs, and they have dog-friendly patios, and just being outside. I mean, Atlanta loves to get out because the weather is so nice so frequently. So it's like torture that our weather is so nice because we have a very, very small window of spring weather.
Yes, you do.
It's like decent weather. Then we go into the dog days of summer and you're just outside, We're still gonna be outside on that patio, swanky and sweating.
Yeah. A little bit of suntan lotion.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll have a huge hat on.
I'm gonna drink this margarita on this patio if it kills me.
Oh God.
Out of the house.
No, but what I love here is, during this time, we can all get together like this live. We can order our wines in. We can open up the door. We can sit out on our own patio or our own, like wherever you are, go outside just for a second. And we can kind of relive that with our friends. And I feel like this is a time for us to inspire people, like inspire our friends, inspire our family, inspire our community of, hey, let's all come together digitally. It's a digital world now. Mm-hmm. So getting on Zoom or Facebook or Instagram or like this YouTube Live and really giving people insightful, and all of us coming together, laughing over
We're having
laughing
a
over
good
the
time.
experiences. You
Yeah.
know, this to me is adding so much goodness. This is feeding my soul,
Yeah.
because imagine years ago when internet wasn't as, it wasn't as prevalent. I would say about 20 years ago. If this happened 20 years ago, I don't know what we would do.
Well, I think 20 years ago, because we remember,
Yeah.
internet was definitely more of a luxury as opposed to a commodity. I feel
Yes.
like now we have access to people. I mean, we have these opportunities, even just webcams and camera phones, and we
Yeah.
we all remember the evolution of all of that. And
Yeah.
now it's something that we just it's a privilege, for people to be able to access these things and to be able to reach their loved ones like this. And I feel like
Yes.
this is really an opportunity for us to, like you said, um, reflect and think about things, but also to count our blessings,
Yeah.
and also to be considerate of people that may not be as fortunate or maybe in different situations, and try to pay it forward while we're thinking about ourselves. Like, we can also think about others, because what else do we have to do other than to sit back and reflect,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know? And I really hope that coming out of all of this, that we're all um, more appreciative and showing our gratitude towards one another, because man, I miss my friends, and I need a hug from my mom.
I know. But also too, besides reflection, I think by us doing this and participating, not a lot, because we don't know everybody's budget, but when you can, try some of the food delivery services. That in turns, we're also supporting our local businesses in our community too, because they
That's
they
true.
still need to make a living. Everybody's not fortunate to work from home and log in remotely and still get a check. Some people depends on the people that show up in their restaurant, the people that come and buy, and and pour money into their own business. So I think also by us doing this is also giving support to the people who need it and unable to work like at home like some people are.
And there's so many programs, and so with you on that, Tam, I am so with you, because a lot of the food and beverage, like the industry workers that are servers, bartenders, bar backs, chefs, heart of the house, front of the house, um, it's hard for them right now. So I know in Atlanta, Giving Kitchen created a program. And I also know that there's another bartenders association, which I will have this on Sabre TV's website, like where you can go to find your resources. But
Mm-hmm.
another way to help out, I know a lot of the restaurants, my restaurants, we got GoFundMe. We
Mm-hmm.
also are on Rally for Restaurants, which Rally for Restaurants is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You ladies should put your favorite restaurant on this website. And even if they're not logged into it, or if they don't have this platform, it's good
Mm-hmm.
so the viewers like us, our guests, can go on and tell them, I want to buy a gift card from you.
Yeah.
Because even if the restaurant's temporarily closed, you can still support them by buying an e-gift card,
Yeah.
by liking their Facebook page, Instagram, Twitter, whatever the social media channels are,
Mm-hmm.
um, submitting tips for a GoFundMe, you
Mm-hmm.
know? Like, I feel like all restaurants are they are going down a path. Either A, they're gonna go right and survive, or they're gonna go left and die out. And
Yeah.
I
True.
don't want anyone's American dream to defer. So
Yeah.
the only way we all can do this together is, like you said, like earlier, some people may not have the funds to take out or curbside all the time,
Yeah.
but they do have internet access where they can say, hey friends, check this out. Why don't you guys check out this page, like them? And you never know, that one friend might say, oh, I'll buy a gift card there, and I'm gonna go ahead and gift it to Jan because I know she likes it. Or I'm gonna buy a gift card to Gypsy Kitchen because I know Tim likes it. So, like, people can start thinking about other ways of helping their community members. And this
Yeah.
is their dream.
That's true. That's true. And I mean, I think also just that we do appreciate. I know Tam and I, before we got involved in the food scene, doing the blogging and the foodie activation and things of that nature, we just genuinely like to have a good time. And we like
Yeah.
to spend time with other people that have that same passion. But most importantly, really get a thrill out of developing relationships and finding our own niche and the special relationship that we have with the restaurants that are in our neighborhood or just the ones that we like to frequent. So what I think people should also realize is that if we're not supporting the businesses, the restaurants, the industry that, you know, is our entertainment, or it just is providing that good feeling, or, you know, just like put something positive in your spirit, then they won't be there anymore. You know, I mean, we literally wake up every day checking into your health, checking into your sanity, checking into, you know, what you have, because every day we're getting these updates and we just don't know. You know, 1 minute you're feeling just fine, and the next minute something could go totally wrong. And just, you know, knocking on wood that that isn't brought upon anybody, but I know that it's happening. And I think that we definitely should try to do our part, you know, as long as we can, to not only take care of yourselves, but to think about all of the things that play a role in the life that you have been granted or that you're blessed with, and to just show support and love that way too, because we're all out here trying to make it, you know.
That's really good, Jana. Right? That was just a cherry on top of the ice cream.
It's been a week and it's only Tuesday night.
I know, and it's so interesting because as busy as, I mean, some people are still working and they're really busy, but the way I look at it, as much as I can do to give back, even if it's not financially, but I feel, you know, your knowledge is your wealth as well as your health. So if you have the knowledge and resources to help people during this time, start spreading that love, start sharing it out there, and seeing how we could elevate our communities.
Right.
So
That's true.
what do you think you ladies are going to be doing over the next weeks to come to help your community out?
I'm definitely, you know, working and doing those things. But like I said, you know, participating in the food delivery, giving my money where I can, and, you know, local church, give through that online, things like that. And I guess everything is online. Can't volunteer like you want to or go to places, but, you know, still put my money into the community where I normally do, and give a little more if I can.
That's great.
Yeah, definitely. Same for me. I am fortunate enough to still be employed and be able to work and things like that. But just making sure that I'm checking in. You know, my coworkers, I work in a managerial role, and so I don't want for the people that report to me to feel like they are not able to talk to me about what's going on, because I think that at this point we all are trying to make it day by day. So I'm just doing my part to make sure that people know that they're cared about as people first and foremost. And then also just checking on my friends. I mean, I have a number of friends who have been negatively impacted by what's going on right now. So so that's, you know, personal for me, but just it's just a space for me to like directly get into, to be able to help them, to be there for them, you know, whether it's financially, whether it's spiritually, emotionally. That's something that I've tasked myself to do. And then just overall, like we mentioned, just self-reflection and focusing on what's important, and overall just not taking things for granted, because you know, I think we get so caught up in the monotony of day to day, and now we really are living in that monotony of day to day.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I mean, just for me to not get so consumed with the anxiety that comes along with, you know, keeping up with the news and all of the different updates, but just thinking of others first, and to your point, just continuing to support the restaurants that I believe in, that I've always believed in, and sometimes just relax and try to treat myself with something nice when, you know, when you feel like you've been out in the battlefield, you gotta just come back to home base and do something nice for yourself or for someone else.
Yeah.
Are you guys affiliated with the Atlanta Community Food Bank at all?
No.
Mm-mm.
No, you guys should definitely check them out and see what they're doing right now.
Okay.
Because so I know with us over at Yakitori Jinbei, that's our partner charity. So anytime a seasonal menu comes out, a percentage of the menu items goes right over to the Atlanta Community Food Bank.
Oh,
So Yeah, and I know right now, they're working with hospitals, I believe. Like,
Yeah.
don't quote me, guys, don't quote me. I just saw really quick on Fox 5 online since I'm not in Georgia. I'm like, what's going on?
Like, what are you
Yeah.
checking Fox 5?
It pops up. I'm like, oh snap, what's going on? All right, hold on. So I have like 2 different states news things going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
a
gotta
lot of
keep
people
up.
support and give back, or give what they can to the medical workers. 'Cause I've seen a lot of restaurants talking about giving food, and I've
Yes,
seen in the news that a lot of high end fashion designers are starting to make masks. So everybody's switching gears and trying to help where they can.
yes. So what I would love for us to do, I'm gonna give everyone a challenge. So next week you have to tell me who you're giving it to. So
Hmm.
for this challenge, either A, you can give someone with a gift card from Grubhub, like online,
Hmm.
to someone on the forefront. They can work at Walmart, they can work at Target, they can work at um, like a pharmacist, a nurse, anyone on the front line, a UPS man, a FedEx person that you know in your circle. My challenge to you is to give them a thank you. Whether it could be a $5 gift card, it's still something.
Yeah.
Or it could be, hey, you guys go, I took care of your coffee or I took care of your lunch, just go pick it up. They're at X, Y, and Z. Something. You have until next Tuesday to do that. Take a
So
photo
we'll
of
even call it
yourself
the
and
savor
whoever you're
challenge.
highlighting, whoever
We'll
you're,
Photoshop them together
So
yep,
with
you should
their
call it
thumbs.
the savor challenge.
it, oh, Tim, I love you. It is the Savor Challenge, you guys. The Savor Challenge. Love you, Tam. And I love how this is live too. You see, everyone, we're brewing, we're brewing. That's why I'm having coffee. Um, wine next week. But
Can't wait.
I know, me too. But yeah,
Yeah.
the Savor Challenge. So the Savor, each week we're gonna be kicking off a Savor Challenge. And I would love for the viewers to be a part of this. And what we can do, you guys, like if any of the viewers that are watching this right now, we're gonna recap and we'll all go on Savor TV's Instagram channel next, just to do a quick recap. And if you guys tag a friend, tag a family member, tag someone in your community that you know that's been working this front line right now, that deserves the love as well as their savory moment,
Hmm.
tag, and let's give it back to them. It's our time to do that.
Yeah.
So yes, we're helping out with the local restaurants, and now we're helping out the people in the front line, and we can do this together. Whether it's just giving them a shout out, giving them a $5 gift card, giving them a cup of coffee or a bottle of wine. Don't give the medical professionals a bottle of wine, but anyone, anyone else, give
Even
them a
though they
bottle.
need it more than anybody.
No, give them a bottle of wine, a growler of beer, whatever we can. I really feel like this challenge can go a long way, and I would really love it to be a ripple effect that we can help all.
Mhm.
Totally agree.
So the challenge is on YouTube, and everyone else that's watching, make sure you tag us at Savor TV's Instagram or Facebook. Make sure you follow our new savory guest here, our co-host on this show. Tam, what is your handle again?
It's at ATL underscore original underscore on Instagram.
One more
And
time.
oh yeah, go one more time.
It's
Onward.
it's at ATL underscore original underscore. So ATL original, because a lot of people move here, but it's the people who grew up here is kind of rare. So I try to play on that.
Yeah, it's original.
We grew here, you flew here. That's what we say to the transplant. Um, and no shade to anybody who's moved to Atlanta for, excitement and a better life. But I am at eat with underscore Jan. So just eat with Jan, because you will see that I am checking out the restaurants and I'm actually eating on camera on my
There she
Instagram.
is.
Mukbang.
Mukbang Jan, they call me on Monday.
Mukbang Monday.
Mukbang Monday.
Well, you guys, I'm so happy that we're starting off this series. The spring, we're kicking off the spring with savoring our local eateries. And I'm so glad to have both you lovely ladies on board, as well as the rest of our foodie activators that will be coming on board with us this season.
Yes.
So next week, I think we're going to have an additional guest into the mix. There may be a chef and maybe a restaurateur.
No, not.
It may be someone from like a different platform that's helping out restaurants right now. So we'll get our questions ready. Everyone here will have a chance to ask away. But until then, everyone, I hope everyone can savor.
Good night.
Favor. Good night.
Night. Yeah.